blah. Okay. Yeah, there seems to be something wrong with the streaming. It's actually red. What the hell? There must be a problem with. Yeah, there's clearly a problem with Restream or something. Because it doesn't seem to be. Yeah, there we go. Now it's a green upload. I don't know what the hell's wrong with the thing. So. Alright, anyway. I didn't get much good sleep last night because I'm trying to take down this guy on YouTube. So it's a different trademark infringer. And YouTube makes a mistake and bans my channel instead and leaves the infringer channel up. So they fixed it late last night around 4 a.m. or so. And well, I mean that just didn't really help things too much with my sleeping schedule. But at least the problem's solved. So now it's just a matter of, whether Fishfork can take down that, actual infringer. So I'm gonna be like, wow, what the hell? Like, there's a clear infringing and confusing case, especially since YouTube itself got confused, yet, I just don't see how, I don't know, no point in me speculating about it, because it's just going to drive me nuts. As JLP says, I gotta try not to, not think in terms of, actually throw this box away, try not to think in terms of things should go your way, kind of thing. Which is a big problem for me, because I always get what I want in the end. Well, at this point, I guess everything's a logical contradiction, so whatever, I'll just go with it. Before we start, I gotta get back some of my water here. And yes, cryptocurrency does seem to be improving, so that's very, very good news. But, yeah, well, 2 hours and a half 2 hours and a half away from finally finishing this character UI design course. And then maybe I might take a day or two off before I buy the Unreal Battle Royale asset. Because I could really use a break, man. Okay, so what is going on here? Okay, so it looks like the market's died. Okay, so good. And then money went from stock markets straight into precious metals and cryptocurrencies. So it looks like some sort of safety bet. So the dollar got... No, it was flat. Even Riot Blockchain went down a little bit. Wow, okay. Get ready to hate Congress even more. What are they doing? Oh, it's the stupid infrastructure bill. Yeah, that's... Trust me, it's just whatever. Alright, so bond yields went down. So yeah, definitely a lot of fear. I'm just going to wait for Greg Manarino to explain what the hell's wrong with people today. See what happened. Okay, so let's see. Sorry, so Bitcoin is up, and so is precious metals. So for whatever reason, people just got scared and just jumped right into crypto. So, okay, I'll take that. Cardano's still a little under pressure. So, I mean, Bitcoin and crypto is kind of recovering, but they're not quite up where they should be. I mean, Binance is still like $406. It's supposed to be $500. Okay, Filecoin, FTX, VeChain. Alright, and then Pancake Swap's above 20. Yeah, so I mean, for the most part, there doesn't really seem to be anything different. I mean, it's just people are just afraid for some reason. There's like a crazy amount of fear. I mean, the problem is they're really pumping out this coronavirus shit. So all that fear might actually be affecting people. In the meantime, rich people are still accumulating more Bitcoin, which is actually kind of getting annoying here. Let's see. Biden announces picks to fill the CFTC vacancies. So this may or may not be a good thing, but the problem is, okay, I feel vacant commission. The problem is we don't know if these people are pro Bitcoin. I know the CFTC generally is pretty pro Bitcoin, at least compared to the stupid SEC. So we'll have to see how this goes. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't see how this will be a problem in Congress. I mean, it's the CFTC. I mean, there's really no partisanship there. It's just like, yeah, just appoint whoever. Okay, Elon Musk bought Floki, Yeah, I'm no longer interested in any of these dog coin ripoffs. 3-year peak volume dominance in committee hearing. God, so Elizabeth Warren is just so annoying. We gotta get everyone to forgive their mom and dad so that things can get better. Google is partnering with NFT leader Dapper Labs to support Flow blockchain. El Salvador's Bitcoin wallet is 95% fixed, President Bukele says. Yeah, I heard there was a problem with the Bitcoin, so that's kind of the reason why they were having problems, apparently. Let's see, okay, and speaking of technical, okay, I'm going to actually need a... Yeah, I guess we'll go with this as a thumbnail. Let me actually do it. Let me just do this now before I forget. Because I'm still a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Groggy? I mean, not even groggy. I'm just a little tired. Because again, I didn't get any sleep. I didn't get too much sleep last night. I mean, I took a 10-minute nap right before streaming this. But, no substitute for the real deal. Well, at least I'll get a good night's sleep tonight, at least. Barring any more stupid bullshits, of course. And yeah, I'm doing the silent prayer more to help myself out. So, alright, so the blue lines are already going back up, and so is the red line. And this is the first time we've seen a green candle after 7 straight days of red candles. And this indicator went from sell to neutral. So is this the bottom? I mean, I'm kind of hoping so. But again, we'll just have to see because there's just so much FUD and fear out there, and I just don't know what it is. Alright, I already outlined yesterday that it could be a few factors. So maybe the insider trader people know something that we don't, and they're getting ready and they're selling ahead of the Black Swan event. But then that's kind of contradicted by Glassnode's report saying that the rich people, the whales, own 79.5% of the Bitcoin supply. So there's clearly, and they continue to buy more. So there's clearly something going on here. Where's the mouse cursor here? So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. I mean, this is actually the first time I've actually seen the stock markets go down and cryptocurrencies go up in response. It usually doesn't do that. It's supposed to do that, and it used to do that, but not recently. They usually go up and down together. But today, it's one of those interesting days. Okay, so yeah, we don't care about Mobox. I mean, they're doing fine. And buying a pet is still 5.6 cents or something. Now I've actually been combining and experimenting, so I wound up losing $1,500 or $1,800 combining pets and shit. So I actually found out the hard way that it actually is just better for me to go in the marketplace and buy certain pets, right? Which I think is the senior in this case. That's what I'm settling on. And then just dump it in the battlefield and just never touch it again except to claim my coins. Because right now, these assholes are just farming my higher honor pets and I keep losing, right? Because I'm getting farmed by stronger pets. So it's just a waste of money to attack people. So, I might as well just get the reward. So, I don't know. I'll have to see. Because I think now I want 40,000 Binapet coins back. Then I'll get back my initial investment. So it's gonna be quite some time. However, I'm actually just not gonna accumulate coins. I'm actually gonna spend it to buy the pets and just keep compounding. Because I do actually like these play to earn games. It's just a matter of finding a good one. So I'm hoping Binapet will be better than Binamin. Even though Binamin is more popular. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. So he literally just updated this because. And then we're just going to watch this video and then I want to get back to just finishing my 2 coding videos, which is like another 16 minutes, and then I kind of like just take the rest of the day off. I'm like sleepy and tired and a little cranky, so. Well, not cranky, but I'm just like tired. 2 minutes ago.
Lovely.
No way. Is real estate about to crater? Our market's about to crash. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
Just lovely, wasn't it? Anyway, yes, beautiful day here on Wall Street. And we have a lot. I mean, I can't tell you how much stuff we have to cover today in a short period of time.
Works
And
for
that's
me.
exactly what we're going to do here on this lovely post-market wrap-up on this Tuesday. What's the date? Yeah, September 14th, 2021. So let's start off with these markets. It's kind of funny. Actually, it's beyond that. Stocks finished lower today, pretty much across the board. Nothing major. The biggest loser was the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which didn't even fall 1%. But I know some people are all, upset about this.
Seem that
Me?
way.
No, not at all. Anyone who understands the markets realizes they don't go up every single day, and once in a while they can fall from time to time, and that's actually a good thing. But with that aside here's the little funny twist, and I think some of you probably already know what I'm talking about. So this morning, stocks were off to the races, higher across the board, and you had the cheerleaders on the mainstream channels. Oh, stocks are in rally mode because inflation, the report came in better than we expected. Oh, absolutely fantastic. And then when stocks go negative, silence. You don't hear a word. Nothing. It's astonishing to me. Again, what's wrong with these people? What are they trying to do? I don't know. Maybe you can let me know. It's pretty crazy. So what else? Let's stick to market basics right now. 10-year yield, okay, came down a little bit. Generally, that's signifies some fear in the market, but I don't think so because the dollar, although it did reverse most of its losses, didn't recover all of them. Generally, when you got a real fear trade, you got that 10-year yield coming down, you got the knee-jerk higher in the dollar. You didn't have that. The dollar still finished negative. Okay, crude oil made a pretty big turnaround. Was higher, reversed, finished slightly lower. Okay, so that's really the setup here. Nothing major at all whatsoever with regard to this market today in my view. And I would be willing to bet that most of you would have to agree. Now, again, understanding how this whole thing works, we do have to put a few other things together. And we got some really just lovely economic news. I mean, on top of this, I mean, this morning, what did we find out? Consumer prices rise. I'm laughing. 5.3% year over year, with food in August alone 0.4%. And wages are not rising and the consumer is weak. That's pretty bad, but it gets even better. We're going to talk about that in a moment. I want to cover this because a lot of people seem to be like in panic mode over this Chinese property giant, Evergrande here, and their potential default. Yeah, and I understand this. I know what's going on over there, but what does it mean? Is it any surprise that, again, what do we know is going on here? Housing is ridiculous. It's in a hyper bubble. A deliberate act that's been, they reinflated a housing bubble by suppressing rates from here to eternity, and this is a global phenomenon. So what would you expect here? So what does it mean? Well, a couple of things could happen. They could try to restructure the debt. They could try to sell it. Who knows? I don't believe, at least, that the Chinese government is not going to act on this. And look, so let's just say, for example, they do default, and all of a sudden, housing prices get hit. Could this actually affect us here in the United States? Absolutely. Absolutely it could, but would you be surprised? Would that shock you in any way, shape, or form when we clearly have a housing bubble here in the United States as well? Come on. I mean,
Not exactly
I'm not even thinking
good.
about it. I'll be honest with you, because I realize, like most of you, I hope that this whole thing is a shit show to the highest possible order. So, it's whatever. Is there going to be a global real estate crash like the one we witnessed in 2008? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. It's a completely different ball game today. But is this something we need to be aware of? Absolutely. I think we are aware of this. But what does it mean? I don't know. I don't know what it means. Again, there are things that can be done. Like I said, restructuring of debt, selling debt, getting
Wow.
some kind of bailout, which would not surprise me at all. Would it surprise you? I don't think so. Anyway, it's so crazy here, people. Let me move on here. I want to talk about some of the lovely, more on top of what we got this morning, economic news. So we found out today, lovely, and this is no surprise to you, global debt continued to surge to a new all-time record high. Imagine my shock. Now, we also found this out. Kind of interesting too. U.S.
Yeah, it makes sense because obviously you're going to keep hyperprinting the dollar, the value of your dollar goes down, which means the value of your debt goes down, especially at very low interest rates, which is set by the central bank. So guess what? Just load up on debt. It's actually more financial sense to do that. Also, I see the fly is finally in a good spot where I can get
incomes
rid of it.
are falling, and the national poverty rate is increasing. Okay, excuse me, adjusted income fell 2.9%. Can't make it up.
Damn it!
And that's what they're letting us know about. And the poverty rate is also climbing. It actually went up a full percentage point. And I find that kind of very hard to believe. I'm sure it's way, way, way more than that. But that's the story, people. The bad economic news is not going to stop, and it can't do it. If you realize what's happening really behind the scenes, that is our economy as a percentage of GDP, our debt to GDP ratio is out of control. The economy continues to contract. So as long as that mechanism stays in place, and it will, you will get more bad economic news. And in my view, the stock market will go higher. Now, that does not mean that we can't have periods of volatility. Where we are right now with regard to the stock market, this time of the year, yeah, it's volatile. And we should expect anything. Are we going to really get a correction? Well, all I can say is we can only hope so. Really, we need one. The market is ridiculous. It's time. It's time for this market to correct. Will it? I don't know. We haven't had one in quite a while. With regard to a crash, I don't see anything around me unless you want to say
Maybe
this
that's what people are afraid of.
Evergrande
An
thing is going to
impending
precipitate
stock
it. I
market
don't know.
correction.
I mean, anything is possible, but right now, you have to understand, look, people don't get the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is simply the global debt market. What did we just find out? Global debt just hit a new record high. That is going to continue, all right? And as long as the beast keeps getting fed, and the beast gets fed with more debt, things will remain the way that they are, okay?
Yeah.
Once the beast doesn't get fed anymore, well, then we get an implosion on a biblical scale. Hey, beast in Bible. Hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm touching on something. Anyway, look, I really believe that you all have a very clear understanding as to what's going on. And I'm going to tell you again, focus like a laser beam on the 10-year yield. I say it every day. Every freaking day, I tell you, watch that 10-year yield. Watch it. And where can you see it in real time? Right here on my website, traderschoice.net, along with the dollar or the Dixie, which is the relative value of the dollar, crude oil, cryptocurrencies are there, everything. Did I touch on that too? So cryptocurrencies today did put on a little bit of a gain. Gold and silver actually reversed from being lower to higher. But look, people, you know what all this is? It's a shit show, like I said earlier. And the game is risk on. I don't care that the market sold off less than 1%. The Dow fell like 0.8% to the biggest loser of the major indices. So what? So what? Does that mean that we should be? I'm so scared. Terrified. Yeah, is that what we should do? How about no? How about absolutely not? We need to keep our heads in the right spot. We got to realize what.
If people watch the USD and Treasury, I think you mean Treasury bonds, as much as crypto, everyone would be in crypto and out of the dollar. Yeah, I mean, that's eventually what is supposed to happen. And of course, people will also jump into precious metals. I remember a while back, this must have been months ago, I did an analysis of what precious metals did during the 2008 crisis, and you actually see that as the markets went down, silver and gold went up like double or triple in price. It wasn't great, but at least it was going up when everything else was basically going down. So this time around, with a lot more leverage flying around the world, right, financial leverage that is, we might actually see some serious hyper pumping into, precious metals and cryptocurrencies. Obviously, I hate gold and silver, so I'm going to be in my crypto, but either way, safe anti-debt units will be very, very good. And then of course we'll have to factor in what does the world governments decide to do to screw over crypto. Yeah, precious metals is a nice cautious hedge, but crypto is better. Yeah, crypto is literally better than gold and silver in every single way, right? In every single way. Cost, transportability, I don't even know if that's a word, logistics, rate of return, and you can earn income / interest off your crypto. Gold and silver, you can't do that at all. So, that's just how it goes.
What we're doing, why we're doing it,
And this
how we're
fly
taking
that's flying
advantage of
around
it.
is
That's
so
it.
irritating,
This
man.
is not hard to do. Okay?
Well,
So don't
but
be
you can't make a
afraid. Don't be
Bitcoin throne.
scared. Understand your environment
I don't know what you mean by
and do
that.
what you think is the right
Oh,
thing
you
or
mean
things,
a
plural,
throne made out
to
of
keep
gold?
yourself
Yeah,
on the
I
right
get what
side
you
of it.
mean.
This is what people I'm telling you. If you can.
With all the money you make from Bitcoin and crypto, you can buy yourself enough gold to make yourself a throne. This stupid fly. This fly, and it's like the kind of big one where like it's so noticeable, but it's not so big that it's too slow, and then it'd be easy for me to kill. Ugh, I hate flies.
You got to diversify your portfolio. You got to be in risk on assets and risk off assets. So when it does flip, you're hedged. I'm hedged big time, okay? And able to take care of myself, and I'm hoping for all of you, letting you understand how to keep yourself hedged, okay? Being in risk on assets and risk off simultaneously. So you don't have to pinpoint when this thing flips around because you're hedged. You understand? I think you do. All right, people, look, kind of a long video. Please share it. Get it out there. And as usual, I promise to keep you on the right side of this. Just stay with
Oop.
me, and I got you covered. I promise. I will see you in the
Man,
morning.
this
I'm
new
out of here.
hero is like so freaking powerful. It's kind of insane. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Alright. So he didn't say anything too different, but again, it didn't occur to me that maybe there's a anticipation of a market correction, and that's why there's like fear and stuff. There's something out there that's making people nervous, and I don't like it. Yet rich people do kind of continue to buy, so I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just so hard to tell. And yeah, I guess given how much the market's declined today, I mean, this isn't really that bad, but we'll have to see. I mean, I'm happy that crypto just went up today, even if it's just Bitcoin for the most part, because obviously Bitcoin will eventually go up. But as we could see here, and yeah, it went from sell to neutral. But this indicator down here under the technicals that I'm mousing over, I don't know if you can see it on the lower right corner. This thing is a lagging indicator because when things were going south for Bitcoin, this thing still said buy. So it's like, what the hell? All right. So anyway, looks like Bitcoin will hit 47K if it keeps going. But I mean, this RSI, I mean, I don't have that much confidence in this because it's not The blue line is okay because it's like 0 or slightly below 0, but this red line is still at approximately 625. So I mean, I would like to see both of these lines at the bottom. The lower, the better, because that would mean seller exhaustion and we hit the bottom. But you know, let's just see how it goes. I think people are starting to see that nothing is normal and they're not sure what to do. I mean, that could be it too. That could be it too. And then you got the infrastructure bill that's coming. That's right around the corner. Like now, starting to see articles on Yahoo about it. Right, get ready to hate Congress. Blah blah blah. I mean, it's all a show, right? Because, you know, we already know what always happens. It's like, oh, you know, Democrats bad, Republicans bad, you know, I want money this, I want money that, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then they always, quote unquote, come to a compromise, which really just means like they were just pretending to fight this whole time. So, anyway, I want to take a look at more of my Bind a Pet stuff. I want to try to finish up my coding for today and then just try to just take the rest of the day off. I'm just so freaking tired and exhausted. These past couple of months have definitely been pretty nuts. And it's mostly due to just dealing with, you know, the trademark stuff and then finally recovering that. And then because of that, all right, I gotta do the Christian thing, which is call out to God, and he's like, well, maybe we should watch Jesse Lee Peterson more, right? So I mean, that's ultimately what I did, and then now I'm, you know, doing the silent prayer and stuff. It definitely does help. I can definitely tell that it works, but it's gonna take some time to work out all my problems. So yeah, but I think I mean, everything will always work out fine. I mean, especially in my case, because I always do eventually get what I want in the end anyway. So it's just a matter of being patient and I guess a little vigilant. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go. I will see you all tomorrow because tomorrow is Wednesday. Like today just literally feels like later in the week already. Like I have so much crap going on. I need things to slow down a bit. So I will see you all tomorrow at the markets close, which will be Wednesday, and then I'll definitely feel physically better because I need to sleep. I also, because I'm getting older, I actually notice that at night now I'm actually getting these leg cramps where my calf muscles just like hurt like really badly. Like it just pulls, and then I have to like bend my leg, usually my right calf leg. I actually looked it up online. It turns out it's, you know, they don't actually know what causes sudden leg cramps, especially from the calf muscles late at night. You know, but one of them that said that a lot of it is A, you get older, and B, you're sitting down too much. So your calf muscles especially get shorter because obviously, you know, you're sitting down, so your legs are not stretched out. So now so that's probably what it is. Technically I'm still kind of fat. All right, I'm in 173 pounds. I'm still overweight. I sit down most of the time because obviously I'm just on the computer all day, and I'm getting older. So yeah, so I gotta work on that because I really don't want because it really sucks. Like it hurts so much. My calf muscle is literally, it feels like it's tearing itself apart. And like if I wasn't a man, I'd be screaming like a girl. So I gotta stand in and exercise more. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And well, let's hope that Bitcoin keeps going up because I'm just so sick and tired of just whatever the hell's malaise that's going on throughout the whole